Hello, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your April 2023 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising Taurus. Okay, so apologies for last month when I did the live reading. I had done all the readings, but unfortunately I couldn't upload it in the remote area that I'm in. So fingers crossed I'll be able to upload it for the month of April. So thank you very much for watching. Please be mindful that energies are non-gender specific. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And if you do like this video, if it does resonate, please give me a thumbs up. Right, to start off with, we'll just do the sound bowl. So if you'd like to take a nice breath in and exhale. Okay, Taurus, let us see what April has in store for us. Okay, we'll start off with the Sacred Destiny theme for the month. And then we'll be getting 3 cards for each section. First section, your current energy, starting the month of April. Middle pile will be anything that's unseen, any challenges or obstacles. And the final pile will be the outcome, the result. Ooh. Everything wants to slip off. Let's do that again, and I will be cutting the deck. If you do hear some sound in the background, it is the ocean behind me. The waves do rumble, so not much I can do about that. Okay, so I'm going to take the top card there, which is Enlightenment. Okay, so something is definitely coming to light. For others of you who are going through a bit of a spiritual journey at the moment, there is enlightening happening, an ascension, something moving up towards a bit more clarity in the mind space, a bit more kind of being a little bit more zen and purification, sort of a sense of pure understanding of something. All right, so let's see how this plays out. I'm going to be using my deck here, a little bit more deck. Right, let's have a look. Okay, Taurus, April 2023. Current energies, we have the Knight of Swords, the Devil, and the Three of Swords. Okay. Let's see how that transpires. What's unseen for you is the Four of Wands. Oh, very nice. Nine of Swords. And the Chariot. Okay. The outcome for the month of April. Ace of Wands. Very nice. Justice. Beautiful energy. And finally, Nine of Pentacles. Ooh la la. Okay, so if you have been feeling that, particularly maybe the end of the March, or March has been a little bit tricksy, you're going to be entering the month feeling that kind of discomfort. Okay, for some reason I'm not that bothered about the Devil card. I feel like there's an entrapment that's been happening that you're now kind of working your way out of. Okay, but by the end of the month, everything comes into balance. You are feeling more rejuvenated. You've got a brand new start, brand new passion, feeling more sort of self-sufficient, more that you've got a handle on your finances and your sense of independence, all of that jazz. And it comes through because of this unseen energy that we're going to be talking about. But we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so starting the month off, let us clarify these cards and then we'll talk through it. Because I do feel like you have been feeling fairly trapped, or maybe in sort of involved in a bit of a toxic situation, or perhaps even in a toxic relationship, okay, which has caused a bit of sadness, particularly as it relates to communications backwards and forwards. It's like you can't, it's like, it feels, to be honest, these 3 cards here feel quite jarring for me, like in the headspace, just like stress, like stress. Okay, so let us clarify these and see how that's playing out for you. Knight of Swords, I will show you these cards. Ten of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, very nice. Devil, we have Knight of Wands, yes, Ten of Wands, and Queen of Wands. Three of Swords, we have Six of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. Okay, I really love this energy. The Knight of Swords talks about we've got some sort of communication that's coming in that really relates to your sense of security, okay, with those cards over there. I hope you can see that one. Okay, so we've got this kind of a bit of a forceful energy, communications backwards and forwards, where it feels like it could be slightly strained, but we do have this opening, this offering, this meeting of the hearts. So if you've been dealing with a person, it's been a bit of a balancing act and trying to kind of put your let's just say your opinion or your perspective across to somebody else, but we've got to remember as well that it's always give and take. So whatever you feel in a situation, remember there's always going to be multiple perspectives to look at. Now it's talking really about your sense of security or your home or your family situation over here, okay? And it is a bit of a juggling act, and the juggling act really is to know how to communicate in less of a forceful way with Knight of Swords, because Knight of Swords is talking about verbal and written communication, I mean text messages, emails, that sort of thing, but it's really responding to you're trying to find that balance between your sense of security, let's just put it that way, and your sense of making sure that everyone's on the same page, that you are really sort of expressing yourself in an open and kind of pouring your heart out. Now the balancing act is because it feels like there are two sides. So for some reason I'm getting the sense that there could be, I want to say the word discrepancy, or where someone doesn't quite understand it from your perspective and you don't quite understand it from their perspective. So it's a bit of a tricky situation, but I do feel because that Two of Cups is right in the center of it there, I do feel like there is an absolute amazing opportunity to really kind of see eye to eye on something. So I do like that. Now with this Devil energy, we've got the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. A lot of Wands energy, okay? Right, when we look at the Devil, now remember, don't be so worried about the Devil card. It's just a name. It's basically talking about something that's gone too much to an extreme. Either an element of toxicity, either some negative belief systems, negative behavior, negative person, and something that actually makes you feel a bit bound and trapped. Okay? But what I really love about this is it's clarified by the Knight of Wands, Ten of Wands, and Queen of Wands. Okay? What this is telling me is that you are kind of, you're fired up and ready to go, but you're at this final stretch. You're at like, something needs to come to a bit of an end, and it feels like it could be with relation to work or the things that you're passionate about, the things that you physically do. That's that solar plexus, that fire energy, that one's energy. And because you're so raring to go just to kind of meet something, just bring something to closure, it could put you in a place of the Queen of Wands, and it could be that you're also dealing with the Queen of Wands energy. Remember, it's non-gender specific. So it's in a situation where I think you might just need to be a little bit careful as you're fired up and ready to kind of meet the closure of something, because you want to, I feel like you're at the end of your tether, so you're kind of just trying to break through something. Night energies is a wonderful energy, real like to get there. Remember, we have this this sense, I think Abraham Hicks talks about it, where you can feel in a moment of despair, which is a really low vibration, but the vibration a little bit higher than that is anger. Okay, and the good thing about that is because once you get to the space of anger, it fuels you up and gives you motivation and drive to get beyond that into a place of understanding, into the heart space, and then you can start to kind of gradually move yourself up, right? So this feels to me like there may be a little bit of anger going on over here, but you're just dying to kind of bring something to the end, bring something to closure. Now, the worry I have with this is the Queen of Wands energy. So if this is someone that you're dealing with, it could be quite a feisty energy. But more so, I'm feeling that that energy is energy that you're embracing because we've got these Three of Wands together, these three Wands cards together, meaning that you are now kind of getting a bit bold in your sense of self. Now, I do like that because sometimes in order to get ourselves out of a situation or out of a rut, we need to kind of raise our standards, or we need to kind of take the bull by the horns. And if you have a look at this card, the Queen of Wands has a black patch nearby. Okay, in tarot that basically talks about the fact that the black cat represents good luck. I hope that's in focus. So there is luck on your side in order for you to kind of really climb out of a toxic situation. Okay, but I would just be careful of your words again, because it is kind of blending into that Knight of Wands energy, that Knight of Swords energy. So very, very careful to make sure that you are careful with your words, think before you speak, that sort of stuff, because it's good to have this ballsy energy, but you don't want to be regretting it in the future. Okay, so you don't want to say the wrong thing. You don't want to, so you want to be kind of, it's a bit of a burden, it's a bit of a but just keep focusing on the prize, so to speak. Focus on the goal, okay, the end goal. Now we do have a bit of I would say, well, like sadness, but I'm feeling more like this is disappointment, and it's something to do with something from the past. Okay, it could be a past home experience with that 10 of Cups. Okay, there's some sort of nostalgia, some sort of sadness as it relates to either family. For some of you, you could be feeling a great loss to some extent. This is really the heart space now. That's a driving energy. There's something that you need to kind of clarify within your mind about what your emotions are telling you or guiding you to do. And it's something about a past situation, either past home, past family situation, or relationship, right, that is being kind of making you feel, I would say, quite heavy and blue because the Three of Swords, she's a blue person, right? But what I really like about this is I do feel like you're kind of going to come out of it on the other side with the Six of Wands, because the Six of Wands talks about success. Okay, it talks about rising high and rising above the situation and moving forward with this enlightenment. Okay, I was about to say enlightenment, with the enlightenment, and then kind of charging forward. So you do have a bit of tricksy energy starting the month, but then unseen, we have the Four of Wands, Nine of Swords, and Chariot. Okay, so we have a bit more of a stability going on in your lifestyle, but there's still that residue of a bit of anxiety from the beginning of the month that is now sort of seeping through. But I feel like you're going to be charging forward with the Chariot. Okay, regardless of, it's like you can either choose to be stuck in a situation where the things of regret or the things of anxiety kind of stay with you and keep you kind of stationary, or you can kind of go, I see your anxiety, I see your worry, I see all of these things, and you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. So that's what the Chariot card talks about, and it is a major arcana. Okay, so it is coming forward, it is driving forward. It is also number 7, which is a very spiritual number. Okay, so you're rising high above it, but you still are getting this bit of in the background. So let us clarify what that is. Ooh. Okay, and the Four of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, which is that enlightenment, Page of Swords, and the Nine of Swords again that's coming up. And the Nine of Swords, we've got the Seven of Swords, High Priestess, and the Queen of Swords. A lot of sword energy here. Okay, the Chariot, we have the Ace of Wands, which is coming up there as well, the Hermit, and the Three of Wands. I do like that. Okay, so I think you're gaining a bit of kind of enlightenment based on, I feel like things are going to get a little bit better for you in terms of your, I want to say your lifestyle, your day-to-day routines, feeling a little bit more kind of structured and settled with that Four of Wands, okay? But when you're in that space, when the things change to allow you to feel a bit more kind of grounded, now you're starting to get the enlightenment over, you're starting to see a new perspective, a new picture of someone that you have been dealing with, whereby the feeling I'm getting here is someone got the wrong end of the stick. okay? And so now what's happening is that illumination comes in, the enlightenment comes in. Now that you feel a bit more sort of stable in your environment, this news comes in. It could even be to do with the child as well, because it is a page of swords, but it causes a bit of I don't want to say anxiety now, I want to say a bit of worry as to for example, if it's someone who's communicated with you where you didn't realize what the actual situation was. So for example, if it's a friend or family member or business colleague, and they're going through a bit of a hard time, I feel like this news is going to come to light, and you are worried, you are concerned, okay, about them. But remember, the Nine of Swords is it's a 9, so it's an ending, so you're reaching the brink of that, okay? It does bleed into this next 9 of Swords over here, about somebody, this could be you or this could be somebody else, where there has been a bit of, I want to say, sneaky behavior, and it's not something that you can really put your finger on, it's something that you intuitively feel. It's like something comes to light, because we've got the Ace of Swords, Enlightened, and the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, she governs mystery, she knows all, right? Because she suspends herself between the physical world and the spiritual world, right? So she has access to all knowledge, and you can ask a very direct question, she will give you a very direct answer. But if you don't ask her the right question, she's not going to offer up the information. So it's that space in between where you sense a certain vibe, but you can't quite place it, okay? And it feels to me like it's connected to either this person in your life where you've gained a bit of, like, some information's come to light, and it's like, and then now you're trying to work out, okay, well, how do I move forward in this? How do I plan ahead? How do I help this person? And if it's a case of you're still a bit anxious about your own sense of security within your lifestyle, you could be anxious about that yourself. But it does say to me that now's the time. It very much feels to me like some sort of, I want to say, sort of secrecy is coming to light, okay? But what I love about this energy is that because we've got the Enlightenment, because we've got the Ace of Swords, whatever was beneath the veil is now coming forward, and it comes forward with a sense, but it also comes forward, it pushes you to into the Queen of Swords energy, to kind of just look at the facts and the figures and say, okay, well, no more BS. This is information, and I'm gonna speak my authentic truth. I'm gonna stand in my power, and because I need to honor myself. Okay, so this is kind of the lesson that you're learning in April. How am I gonna honor my truth? Because even though it might not be in black and white, I'm getting these senses or these pictures or these messages that are coming through that are painting some sort of situation, and it can make me feel anxious because I don't have maybe the evidence to support it, but but you're stringing through a lot of kind of intuition. There's a lot of sword energy, a lot of intuition coming forward. So it may be in a situation where, again, you feel a little bit trapped, and you need to now find a new way out of the situation. Okay. Now with the Chariot, I really love this because we've got a great opportunity coming forward for you. I do feel like you're going to spend quite a bit of time mulling it over, because we've got the Hermit and we've got the Three of Wands there, which are both kind of slow energies. But the Ace of Swords is 100%, sorry, Ace of Wands is 100% serving you because it's turned up twice, and we've got lots of repeating cards here, okay? So I know I'm on the right track. Now the Ace of Wands is brand new beginning, exciting, new passion, all of that jazz. But it's like that thing of once bitten, twice shy, okay? I do feel like you're going to charge forward with it. I do feel like you're going to kind of go, you know, I know this information has been revealed to me, or I know that somebody is struggling at the moment, someone who's very close to me, and it's a bit of a situation, but you know what? I'm going to take that ace, I'm going to take that new beginning, and I'm going to carry it forward. And I don't care what my so-called failings are or my strengths are. I know myself. I've got a better sense of who I am, and I've got to love the bad with the good too. And then you're kind of going, but I do know that this is needing my support. Okay. So the outcome of the month is really nice because we've got the Ace of Wands, Justice, and Nine of Pentacles. I mean, it doesn't get better really. I mean, we don't even need the Sun in this. This is good. So let us clarify. because we've got that brand new beginning again. And when justice turns up, that means it's owing to you, it's in your favor. Lady Justice does not turn up unless there has been something out of balance or unjust. So the Two of Wands wanted to jump, but I'm not taking jumpers. Okay. Ace of Wands, we have Five of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Justice, we have Ace of Cups, Star, oh lovely, and the Lovers, beautiful. And the Nine of Pentacles, we have, yep, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and the Death card. Very nice. Okay, so this new beginning is really going to turn around things for you on, I would say, kind of either work relations or a money situation. Because the Five of Pentacles is that kind of poverty-stricken card, and the Ace of Pentacles is saying, here's a new opportunity. Again, very solid side. Here's a new beginning, a new opportunity. It will pay off in the long term if you nurture it and love it. Okay, and it may be something that is highly competitive as well with the Five of Wands there. You may also feel like you are a little bit over, it may feel like you're over your head in terms of an opportunity that you might not have all the know with how to do, or the expertise to do. So think of it as that the Five of Wands being a bit of a training ground, okay? Moving forward and kind of figuring it out as you go along. You don't have to be an expert to start off. Nobody ever starts off a business or a career or a job knowing it all. You've got to have experience behind you. And that Five of Wands talks about maybe a competitive environment, but it also talks about how you can use it to your benefit and use that to kind of work with ideas. So you could test something over here, test something over there, test something over there. So I do really, really like it. Now the Justice card is bringing a new emotional beginning back into your heart space, okay? And this is going to bring healing, okay? Now it could be that you have, for those of you looking for love, this is a beautiful offer, a new beginning coming on in, okay? And it's going to be a very healing experience. Because we've got the Lovers card there as well, it can talk about really kind of opening up your heart space, really kind of daring to dream again, daring to believe in love again, daring to trust in somebody else. And that's what justice is bringing to balance. There has been a discord within the heart space, and when I say heart space, like in the emotional body. And now you've got this new beginning that seems to be extremely, it will be extremely rewarding and successful, okay, if you're prepared to allow yourself to fail every so often, right? It's just part of the process of life. Then it feels that Lady Justice is bringing a lot of emotional harmony back into your life, so that could be in respect of a person, a romantic partner, or close friend, or somebody, but someone who really cares, and someone that brings you a lot of healing. And with that energy, start to believe in yourself a bit more, okay? I'm not saying you don't believe in yourself, but sometimes if we hit a down point, we need a bit of support around us, okay? So this is an opening up. Lady Justice is doing all she can, okay, to bring it on in, to remind us that we are supported. And when we are supported, that's when we can choose what our passion is. That's when we can make choices that feel comfortable in the heart space. Okay, so with the Nine of Pentacles, I do feel that you are going to be analyzing, because we've got the, well, I told you what those cards are. The Nine of Pentacles here, okay, that's that very independent, self-sufficient card. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Death card. Okay, so there is something that you're looking at. You're looking at your sense of independence, you're looking at your sense of your self-sufficiency as it relates to your finances and what you have for yourself and the spillover you have to give to others. And you're assessing the energy and the efforts that you put into certain things, okay? So this could be work, it could be relationships, it could be spirituality, or even like physical health. And you're looking at what you're analyzing the work that you've done, and you're wondering, is this paying off the way that it needs to? Does it balance? Does it equal the effort that I put in? And I do feel that where you have been feeling a little bit trapped in the headspace, it's like I'm feeling the sense of anxiety again coming up. Anxiety of like, oh God, I feel like I can't do this because I might step on this person's toes, or I can't do that because it's going to affect this. And all that's doing was sort of keeping you a bit stationary. So what's happening here is that's the thing that is actually transforming for you with that death card, okay? End of a season now. So now you can start to move on more within, I feel like saying relying on yourself a bit more, because you can, and you just know how to do things, Taurus. You know how to apply yourself. But it's like when you feel the sort of support around you, then you can kind of go, oh yeah, of course, I'd forgotten this, but obviously it's true. It's like looking at the difference between your limiting belief systems and the good ones. I just want to say this as well. My sister did a Tony Robbins course for a week last week, and she was talking a lot about these things where you had to really look at your belief systems, the negative ones, right? We all have plenty of them. And then try and think about what life would look like in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years from now if you held on to those belief systems. And then when you really dig at it, you really look at it, like how much of it is true? Is it actually true? Because that belief system, usually the opposite is true, okay? So, and then if you look at the opposite of that negative belief system, if that rings more true with you, how can you kind of keep kind of bringing that back into your focus all the time, okay? So we have quite a lot of enlightenment coming up, and it first feels to me in respect of where you choose to focus your thoughts on. Okay, I mean, I know that's just obvious all the time, but it's coming up quite pretty strong for you, where you choose to either allow certain worries that may be beyond your control to impact your day-to-day life, okay, and whereby you can embrace new beginnings with wisdom, okay, knowing that sometimes you just gotta wait and see how it pans out, rather than knowing the end goal or the outcome before you've done it. So it's a really interesting read, Taurus. I mean, I think I'm going to probably call this, I don't know what I'm going to call this. I'll have a think. Right, so we're going to get an oracle card just to close off the reading for you. I'm not doing extension this month because I won't have the time to upload in time, but of course if you do want a personal reading, do contact me on my website, loveitormore.com, and information on readings, on personal readings, is there. Okay. I want to take this one. Yes, Starseed. Starseed. What lights you up? Okay. If you can remember, so really the message here is if you can remember that you are in fact an extremely powerful creator and manifester of your reality, it would therefore be imperative that you do the things that lift your own spirits first. Do the things that bring you joy first and foremost, because that has a beautiful spill-off effect on other people. Other people benefit from that energy. So you've got to be asking yourself the question, lights you up, enlightenment. I mean, these two cards, we think about light. Light is obviously a lightness in weight, so you're not feeling kind of heavy. Then we have light, bringing illumination to something that was perhaps hidden from you or clouded in over analytical judgment. If we think of light, it is actually also information that comes through. So this could also talk about light codes, this could also talk about downloads, activations, certain things like that, right? Light is information. It is light, it's in the air, so it's connected to the mental body, it's connected to the mind as well, all right? But it's enlightening, it's enlightenment, and it should keep you light with a bit of a spring in your step. So whatever you can do, particularly this month, if you're feeling a little bit kind of try and switch up your energy and just do something that's just going to bring you pure joy, right? Maybe it's cooking a nice meal, maybe it's petting your animal, maybe it's spending a night putting crazy makeup on your face, or putting all your clothes on, or maybe it's just like giving a pie to your next door neighbor, or whatever it is, okay? Something that kind of just is completely out of the duties and confines of normal day-to-day life, that just kind of shifts the energy a bit, I think will be really, really helpful. So that's all I have for you, Taurus. I really hope that helped. I hope it resonated. Thank you so much for watching. I would appreciate if you give me a thumbs up if you do like this, of course. And have a good month. It's going to be an interesting one. Take care. Bye.